Hello friends, welcome to ADO.NET tutorial. In this sub-series, we have been learning data reader and iterating the results, and now we are at the final part of the video. And in this video, we will see how to process multiple result set, or how to execute multiple select query with a single command object. We know that in the SQL command, we can send select query to fetch result set in DataReader. So we can make use of SQL command to execute the query, and we saw that multiple times in all our previous videos. So when we are sending the select query in the select command, we have the capability of sending multiple select queries as a semicolon separated list. So when you are setting the SQL text for the command, you can put multiple select statement, each one separated by the semicolon. This is useful as we are using the same connection object and making single hit to the database. The data reader will have multiple result set when it executes more than one select query. So more than one select query in the sense, if you send select query as a semicolon separated list, then when you are executing that through the SQL command, it knows that there are multiple select queries. So definitely it will have multiple result set from the database. So let's say if we have 3 select queries, so if we have 3 select queries as a semicolon separated list, when SQL command is executed on the database will give us 3 result set, and this result set will be stored inside the data reader. So we know that each result set can be navigated using the read method of the data reader. Alright, here you will make a call to read, and you will process each and every record. But to jump between the result, we will check for next result, right? And using the read method, you will iterate through the records, and once you iterated all the record by making use of the read method return value, you can again check whether there is a more result using the next result call, right? So likewise, you can iterate through all the result set, and within result set you will be using the read method to iterate through the content. So here if you see, when we are forming the SQL command, this time in the SQL command constructor itself, we are setting the command text as well as connection. And when you look at the command text, you can see there are 2 select query. Here we have first select query, select first name job level from employee. Here we are selecting the content from employee table. The content here is a 2 column, first name and job level. And if you notice in the string, we are appending it with the plus sign, and there is a semicolon as well. That means the first query is finished here, and we specify the second query. and the second query picks author's first name and city from author's table. Next, as usual, from the command we make a call to execute reader, and reader now will have 2 record sets. Right here in the picture we shown 3, but in this code if you see we have the reader object and reader will have 2 record sets. Right, this is for first query and this one is for second query. So that's why when you make a call to execute reader, it will execute both the queries and stores the result as a separate record set inside it. So while reader.read equal to true, it means once you execute it, the pointer will be at the very first result set and very first row. That's why we can directly make use of reader.read and we can iterate it till the read returns true. That means when there is record to process, we can iterate it. Right. So inside, if you see these stuffs you already know. Here we are using the named notation, reader of first name and reader of job level, forming these string row and appending it to our multi-line text box. Next, if reader dot next result. So if you see here we are making use of next result. When there is a next result or next result set available, we will be getting true. So that's why here you can check whether next result exists. Right, when next result returns true, once again you can go for reader.read. So the next result will return you true or false, and at the same time it will move the pointer to the next result set, and the record pointer, which is the result set, right, record pointer will be pointing at very first record. So you can make use of the loop again using the reader.read. So this time the reader.read returns true. Previously, if you see, we came out of this because it returned false, because we processed all the record. Then we made call to reader.nextResult to process the second record set, and once again we are forming the while loop using the reader.read, and inside we will read the content of second record set. So in the second record set we have first name and city, right? So that's what here we are using, reader of author first name, reader of city, and we are forming the string row and appending what we read into our multi-line text box. So in the result set we will be seeing, this is our multi-line text box, right? First you will be seeing records read from the first table, that means from employee table, and then records read from the second table. So you will be seeing content from 2 different tables. Alright, now let's go to the demo. Now we will go to the design view and implement this multi-select. So as code was already explained, we will just concentrate on the important piece. If you see here, when we are forming the SqlCommand object for the command text, so this is the constructor, right? First form of the constructor. The first one is the command text, and when we are forming the command text, we append 2 select string, and these select strings are separated by semicolon. So after opening the connection, we execute these 2 select statement using the command.executeReader. So that returns the SqlDataReader object, and we know that it's a combination of 2 result set. First result set returned by the first select query, and second result set which is returned by the second select query. Next we will process the first result set. And if you see txt display, which is nothing but our multi-line text box, and here we are just forming some decorative text to say first we are printing the employee detail. After that we are forming the while loop and reading the content of first query. And if you see first name and job level, these two are coming from our first select query. So after this while loop, you just form a if condition, and you can see that if reader dot next result, and if it is true, that means next result tells that there is one more result set available by returning true, then we will come inside the conditional structure and state that this time we are printing the author details, because we know that we are making a select statement from authors, right? Then it's as usual. Here we are forming the while loop with reader.read, and it will continue till the read method returns true. Then inside the loop we are forming the row of data by reading the content from second result set, author first name, reader of city, right? First name and city, that's what our second select query is. See here, in our previous example as well as here, we are not using the using statement, and we are also forgetting to close the data reader as well as command and connection, right? So after you are done with everything, you have to make a call to connection dot close, likewise data. Okay, ours is a reader instance, right? Reader dot close. Likewise, you have to clear the resources. So in all our example, we will be skipping that since it's just a demo. But in real world, never ever forget to close the objects after it is done. Also close it in the order, I mean in the reverse order. That means if you look at here, first we are opening the connection, then from connection you will open command and then the reader. So when you are closing, it's good to close the reader first, then command object next, finally the connection. Alright, now we will rebuild this solution and execute it. So this time, if you see, we are taking content from two different tables and displaying it. So the first content is from employee, that shows employee name and employee's job level. After printing all these, we will come back and we will move to author details table and print author name and author's city. Right, that's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.